And hello again, Internet. Here we are with yet another Take 2 for Gems of War free-to-play review. And I had to restart this one because apparently changing the scaling of it, such as going full screen or whatever, adjusts the mouse, particularly in the recording aspect. So the mouse cursor was way off from where I was actually pointing it, and you kind of need the mouse in this game. And I'll show you what this game is. Also, as I had mentioned in the previous version, but I have to mention again because that version has been deleted. Yay! I'm currently sitting waiting to see what's going to happen to my YouTube account. Unfortunately, with Redneck Rampage, half the songs on the soundtrack are being copyright claimed. And that sucks because, you know, soundtrack's part of the game and you couldn't turn it down, and I had the volume way down on it already. So here's hoping that nothing happens, that they actually do agree with it, but because I did counterclaim because it's part of the game. I didn't really have a whole lot of input on that, and I would have turned it down if I could have. But I'm in wait and see mode right now, and I'm just fingers crossed they don't decide, no, you are bad, to me. At any rate, Gems of War. So what is this particular game? Well, if you've played games such as Puzzle Quest, you kind of know what this one is. It's a free-to-play version. There's a lot of elements to it, and we'll get into it. You'll notice that there's some things right now that are kind of glowing and shining. I haven't done anything today. That's the whole point of I wanted to show today. And today's Monday. So Monday, the new week starts. You get all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to collect my tribute. You get tribute from your kingdoms based on what level your kingdoms are, how many you have. I have all the kingdoms at this point, unless they added another one. And I've got a lot of them leveled all the way up. So I got a fair bit of coins there. Plus, every day you get some rewards. My daily VIP reward, because this game has a VIP system, we'll get into that. 1,000 gold and a key. We'll get into what all these glory keys, what all these keys are. Standard daily reward, I got a bunch of gold and some glory. Here's the weekly reward. Since I didn't finish in the top 1,000 of the PvP, I only get 500 gold and 50 souls. We will explain what all this stuff is. Now, because a new week happened, we get the excess gold and seals and such from the clan. We get the Clan Wars weekly, which we did pretty well on. We got 9 troglodyte cards, some gems, which is the premium currency, and a bunch of gold. A lot of gold. We had a Guild War victory yesterday. Gives me 25 seals. There's all these various currencies you're seeing, but wait till you see this. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do it on a Monday. Because, boom! Bunch of treasure maps. Bunch of gems. Keys. More keys. Even more keys. Hundreds of keys. 1,000 souls. Bunch of glory. Okay, so what is all that about? You notice I got a whole bunch of keys down here. That happens every week, basically. So, as I mentioned, this is a Puzzle Quest style game, which is basically a match 3 Bejeweled style, where you kind of roleplay game element. There are events in this. These change every week. Right now, divination field troops get plus to their skills. I'll show you what all that means soon. So anything from the divination field just has more strength. Centaurs also get more strength. So as a bonus, if you have centaurs from the divination field, they get bonus strength altogether. Right now, you get bonus gold, bonus gold for using a centaur team in PvP. And I like these, the rotating events every week. They challenge you to use more than just your one basic set of cards or one basic team. And ship shape. Help Atlanta raise money for a new ship by winning PvP battles. Now, I don't know if we need to have her in the group, or is it just win 250 PvP battles? Oh, that's a lot of PvP battles. But don't worry, I'll probably end up doing that this week. That's if you want the extra keys. There's only 6 event keys, but it's still nice. And then you get some cards and all. This is P, that's just how many points. You can get gems, you can get keys. So, first off, let's take a look at the teams. Troops. You have teams, you can get up to 20. Every 10 levels gets you another team up to 200. Once you hit level 200, you get your... actually, I think it's 190. You get your last one. But at that point, you have 20 teams. you are set. You don't get any more after that. But still, that's quite a lot of diversity. You can rename the teams. They all have bonuses. The team that I use the most right now, I call Dragon Soul, which you can rename, and I'll go ahead and show you what it's made out of. These are the heroes. You can see the cards back here. There are quite a few of them, and I'm going to show you a lot of the things that you can do with these cards. So it's one of those games where, yes, you get a bunch of cards, you can upgrade the cards. It's a way to encourage you to keep buying more stuff, but the longer you play, the more of these you can get for free. You don't actually have to dump a whole lot of money in the market. It helps, and I'll show you how it helps, but as far as being a free-to-play game, because remember, that's one of the things I review is how money-grabby is it. No, this game's pretty solid. You can get quite a bit out of not paying, but it encourages you to pay at least a little bit, and that's one of the things I like, is I don't want to have to drop $1,000 on one of these games to really do well, but I'm okay with dropping 10 or 20 or so, or even a little bit more over time if the game really has me hooked. So my team here, it consists of 4 dragons. We have Celestia, a divine dragon, who, here's the ability that they have. Each troop has their own special ability. This one creates 8 gems of a chosen ally's mana color, cleanses them, which gets rid of negative... Let's try that again. Cleansing them, which gets rid of negative effects on them, and then gives them an extra 13 life. And here are skills, and you have to buy the skills, traits they're actually called, and I'll show you how to do that. All dragons gain 2 life at the beginning of combat, which all 4 of these are dragons, so that's useful. All allies gain 2 random skill points at the beginning of combat. That's useful. Celestial Shield. Every time I match 4 or 5, this troop gets a barrier, which means the next hit is ignored. There are moves that hit more than once, so she can still take damage. But here is the main aspect of this. The Dragon Soul. Legendary Dragon Mythic with Fallen Stars. This ability is amazing. Just explodes 8 gems, and when the gem explodes, it does damage around it. Deal 8 damage to all enemies, boosted by the number of dragons. And it counts itself. It actually does 20 damage with all 4 and removes 3 each time. So it says 8, it actually does 11 minimum. And gain 15 souls. That just straight up gives you extra souls, which is extra experience used to level things. And of course, you have its abilities. It has a chance to resurrect after death. It gains 2 life every time you match a 4 or 5. And it's immune to mana burn. Mana burn is an effect that just takes the mana away and damages. And of course, I got 2 other dragons here, but I'm not going to show them to you yet. So, what's that legendary mean? Well, I'll show you. You can sort by the rarity here. Legendary is the 2nd highest. The highest is Mythic, and as you see, I don't actually have any Mythics. What I do have here is this Undead Centaur from the Divination Fields. That's why it has 2 marks. One of them that it's a Centaur, one that it's from Divination Fields. Remember I talked about the event right now is going on. You can see them right now. It has both of them. So this thing's boosted already. So if I build a team for this week, it's going to have this card in it most likely. Here's its effect. Here are its traits. Now, right now, I don't have any traits. So, how do you get the traits? Well, you go down to crafting, and you go to traits, and you use these gems, which you get while you play. Souls are, whoops, if you click out of the screen, it actually kind of pauses the game, so be careful about that. And I do play it in a window. That's one of the things I like about this game is I can do other things while playing. I can just click out of the screen, pause it for come back in. No problem. It's all played against the computer. You're not playing against other people, so you don't have to worry about that. That's why I like casual games. Anyway, Ascension here. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Leveling up souls. Souls are you've seen them. I got a bunch of them this week just for playing, just for having a clan. Those are used to level up the individual cards. And this, as you see right now, I can get this up to level 13 if I spend all of my souls, or at least 2,010 of them. Legendaries go up to 19. Now, there's also the Ascension. Here's an interesting part. Ascension lets you upgrade the card's rarity, and what that does is it just gives it a boost to its base stats and lets it go 1 higher. Now, as you see, though, this thing would take 25 cards to upgrade. What that means is this ancestral, or this astral spirit here, was actually originally fairly low level that I've upgraded up to legendary. Because that's a decent step up. I mean, it wasn't the lowest, but this was a rare that I upgraded. And I will show you kind of why that is in a second here. For example, well, the Bone Dragon. Actually, let's go with the Bone Dragon. He's one of the ones down here. You know what? Let's show you the one that I've already shown you. The Dragon Soul. This thing's a legendary to begin with, and you can tell that because I come into the Ascension, and it only takes 5 to upgrade. Now, you actually need 6 because you need to have 1 spare at the end. But you can, if you have 6 copies of this card, you can upgrade it to a Mythic. It takes 5. Then 10, then 25, then 50, and I haven't used any past 50, so I don't know beyond that how long it takes. But as you see by the rarities, there's the legendary, there is epic. You can see there's a good variety, and this happens, this is a glitch every now and then where the art doesn't show up right away. And a lot of these are upgraded already. In fact, I've been upgrading my cards quite a bit. Here's one that's ready to upgrade, so I will go ahead and do this right here. That's what that blue arrow meant. The green arrow means you can do a trait. Now, as you see, I have 6 of these cards. It's currently rare, or excuse me, it's currently epic. Put all 5 of the spares in, ascend, boom. This card is now mythic, or not mythic, legendary. Jeez, I can talk. I really can. Now, what all that really did was increase the maximum level and increase the base stats. So it just made it slightly more powerful. It is better off having something that's naturally a legend because they tend to have better skills and better traits. But it's still nice because the more common cards aren't necessarily stuck being common forever and useless. You can actually get some decent stats out of them. As I come back down further after or before epic, and I don't have many of these left because most of them have been upgraded, as you can see. I have very few that have not been. The only common I have is that one that I just got, and that's because it is a brand new card. And even then, I got 9 of them. I will be upgrading it right away to rare like these things have been. And even then, I can upgrade rare to ultra rare. I love the fact that there are like, what, 5 or 6 rarities, and the second one is named rare. Give me a break. It's uncommon at best. I hate it when they have to, oh no, this is rare, this is ultra rare, this is epic, legendary, mythic. Yeah, no, it's not rare. If there's 6 ones, and the second most common you get, it ain't rare. At any rate, as you see, this one's ready to go. Now this is, you see, you can actually tell if it's ready to do both. This one has a trait ready and can upgrade. So let's go ahead and upgrade it. Ascend it. 25. Let's go ahead and click 25 times. I do have an auto clicker on my mouse. And we will ascend this. Now it'll take 50 to go from epic to legendary. So you've seen some troops. There are quite a variety. You can sort by what color mana they use. As you can see, some of them are single color, some are double color. I don't have any, but there's triple colors, and there are things that do all colors. There's also your hero, and your hero is done by, I don't actually have my hero in this one, but I do have him in my first set here. Like War and Peace here is a weapon. Now, that's how you do your hero, and your hero stats, it gets more stats as you level up, etc., etc. It also has a troop. I will show you some of that as we go on. But as you can see with the weapons here, even they have, you know, dual mana available, or if I show you, where is it? I have one that has all the mana. There it is. This uses all types of mana. So every piece of mana that isn't taken by somebody before it in line will go into this thing. And yes, that is what my character looks like right now. That is his stats. And yes, he does actually have stats, and I will show you where those are. Now, the thing about your hero is you can only use one weapon. They tend to be fairly powerful, especially you get up into legendary stuff. There is some good stuff up here. You can only ever use one in your team at a time. However, with cards, not only can you use, you know, all 4 cards, as you see down here, You can use the same one twice if you have 2 of them. You can use the same one 4 times if you have 4 of them. It's another reason to kind of avoid sacrificing right away, although there's so many cards, I just go ahead and sacrifice and upgrade them anyway. So that's a lot of talk so far about how the teams are made up. And let's check the hero out. Now your hero, there's a couple aspects of him. Loading because it's online. This is your mana mastery. And as you can see, you get a chance to mana surge. And it's based on your mana, which is between your class, which is why this one's higher, your specific hero levels. I've leveled mine evenly for that because, well, I'm always changing around. Your guild actually gives you a bonus, and your kingdoms also give you a bonus. There are armor. These are things you generally buy in the game and can actually change your stats. As you see, this one does nothing for me. This one gives me a plus 50%. This is the one I use. It's a fairly high-end armor. I get extra gold, more souls, and extra XP. You'll notice my character doesn't look like he's wearing that, though. He looks like he's wearing this, which has no stats. Fortunately, the cosmetic and the actual armor are different, hence the appearance. I can choose whatever armor I want. I can change my race. It doesn't matter. I like the wolf. You get different different classes for your character here, which they max out at level 20. Again, it costs souls to do it. They have traits. Right now, I'm trying to go through and master them all, and the reason I haven't upgraded yet is they also, for example, let me go ahead and pop into this. You can see there are perks you get based on how many victories you have with it. In fact, I should go ahead and click the dark mana for this one since you did not have any set up. They also, each one has traits, which you can spend your tokens on, and I'm not doing it for this one. They also have, bonuses. So your gem mastery, what kingdom they're from, and your hero is considered to be from that kingdom. You also get a bonus when using weapons of a specific color, generally a magic bonus because your weapons are powered based on magic, as are your skills. And for skills on this, these are the stats that you get for the level, and you get a weapon when you have 250 victories in a specific class. So this is what I've been doing, is trying to collect all those weapons first. Then I'll go back and focus on ones that I like for a specific reason. Okay, so that's the hero, that's your troops, that's your teams, that's how you make stuff up. What does the combat look like? Well, there is a story mode in each of these kingdoms, every single one of these kingdoms, and you have to pay to unlock most of them, and by pay I mean actual gold, not real money, so don't worry about the price of it, it's cheap. You pay to unlock them, and then you go through this quests. Now, I've actually done all the quests for all the kingdoms, so I can't show you them. They're nothing special, they're just a little bit of text comes up, then you have a fight. Then a little bit of text comes up, and you have a fight. But the texts are funny a lot of times. The stories were actually kind of amusing. But let's get into an actual combat. Once you've done that, you can do challenges, which you can earn rewards for doing them. In fact, a bunch of stars or a bunch of souls when you 5-star one, which they get harder and harder as you go through them, which is fine. Or you can do what I tend to do lately, and that is explore. The point of exploring is to get the gemstones for upgrading your traits. And as you see, there's the basic version, there's an upgraded, there's the runic, then there's the combination one, which has 2 different colors, and then there's the celestial, which is this omni top tier one that everything has. Now, the thing about this is, notice that each of these kingdoms, there are so many different kingdoms. Well, this is blue and yellow. I come over here to Pan's Valley. This one is green and yellow, so the double one here would be green and yellow. I come down to Mist of Scales, and it is blue and red, so this double one is blue and red. I come up to Gazelle, and this one is only brown, so the double one is brown. Generally speaking, for me at least, the double ones are the ones you want to try to go after, and it takes a while to get to them. They don't always happen, so let's go ahead and do this. Those are the ones that especially for legendaries, you need a lot of the doubles to upgrade your traits. So you're going to be grinding this a lot, especially the specific ones, but you can at least go after the specific ones you want. So let's hit explore. Now this right here I only show because I have the VIP level 3. Otherwise you would have to spend 50 gold to show this. Once you hit VIP level 3, it just does it automatically for free, and that is actually very nice. Because I mentioned the weekly goals, well, this week's goal is just do PvP fights. Sometimes, however, it's defeat giants in PvP. That was last week's. So I had to see one of my opponent's ones had giants and pick the one that had the most giants. Nah. So that's a very handy feature to have. So let's just go ahead and do a quick battle, and I'll kind of show you how things go through. I'm trying to talk quickly and go through a lot of the stuff in this game because I want to review it as quickly as possible, even though I want to show everything because I don't know what I'm doing. So here we have your standard match 3. So it starts off with, got to activate all these special abilities that everyone has. Now, because I took too long, which the first time, especially with all the abilities going off, it starts glowing one set to try to help you out. But I'm going to do this instead. Now, you notice there that I matched 3 reds. My opponent's matching a bunch right now. 3 reds powered up. These 2, this is yellow and blue, so there's no red here, so it went down to this one, red. So if I match these 3 purples, well, there's no purple here, so to go to this, purple. If I matched browns, which I don't see anywhere, it would go nope, nope, brown. If I matched green, it would go nope, 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 and I just wouldn't get anything for it. If you match 3 skulls, you attack your first creature, the one on top, attacks the first creature over there, the one on top. Your attack value is here, so this would be a 16. This would be a 23, so I don't want him to get it. You also have armor and health. Most attacks deal damage to armor first, and then when that's out, they do attacks to health. There are some attacks that do damage straight to health and ignore your armor. Always be aware of that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep playing here, get the purple, because I want this guy's mana up. Unfortunately, right now, I'm not in a position to get any mana for him. So I'm going to go ahead and do the yellow for the top one. Now, you notice that this one is, yellow as well, but this got the mana first. This one would only get the mana once it's drained down. Once this one's full, then it'll overflow, come down, nope, nope, and into this one. Purple, I would have to have both of these overflowing to get purple here. Now, as you see, the skulls are lined up, so let's go ahead and hit him. And he's going to hit me with this one next. So he just go ahead and return the favor. Now, I'm going to do some blue. And this one is ready to cast. Ooh. Now, that was a lucky draw. There are lucky draws happen here, where all of these were skulls. That counted as a 5 gem, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, they both have to be... You can't have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and manage to get them at the same time. I've actually had that happen. It doesn't count as a 6 or anything like that. That's just 2 individual 3 matches. It has to either be a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can actually have up to 8. I've seen that actually happen. Or the curve like that. So, this one's ready to go. Let's use... And it's got barrier, and this one... This thing also had an attack that went off when they matched the 4. But let's go ahead and use this thing's power. It creates 8 gems of a chosen ally's mana color, cleanse them, give them 15 life. You have to hit cast. Now I can't back out. I have to choose someone to cast. And it'll actually choose either one of these colors, not both. So let's cast it on him. Changes things to purple. Unfortunately not good for me, because it just let him get a bunch of purple instead of letting me get a free match. You just hit my barrier, but because I have a 4 down here, and when you get a 4 or 5, you get an extra turn. So there's that. I'm in a good shape. I don't see another 4 right away, so... Wait. Okay, yeah. Don't see another 4, so... Cast my big spell. And bam! Look at how much damage it does. That thing wipes out teams. That's why this is my main team. That's why that's my main guy right there. And of course, one of the things you want to do is look for things that you can drop down and create combos, which as soon as I see 1, 2, 1, 2, I'm looking to see if there's a way I can drop a 3 right here. However, I don't see one, so I want to break this up. Make sure my opponent doesn't get it. If I had matched the top 3s, this would have fallen down, caused that. Yeah, he's going to get it now anyway because he just matched 4. And now he's going to cast that one. So as you see, they use abilities also. They have their stats leveled up. He's got another one. So he's getting a decent combo off on me, but I'm still confident that I will win. Because that did not give him any extra levels. Fortunately, I just got that, and I win with this. So you'll notice up at the top, there's gold, and there's a maximum you can get per the match. Souls, and again, a maximum you can get per the match. And treasure maps. And you see at the end here, Randomly, you'll get a common key, gold key. Sometimes, if you're playing PvP, you'll get glory. That's what the trophies are also for. But trophies are for your clan. Glory is stuff to spend. And I got a gem here, which we'll see what type at the end. You always get a gem in Explore. That's the point of doing Explore. So, you've seen the events. These two down here are things to buy, so don't worry about them. You have the news, you have the mail, which is where you picked up all the reward thing. There is chat in the game, as you can see, global guild chat. You have your gems, your gold, your glory. You have a difficulty selector as well. I've got mine set to Warlord 1, which increases, as you see, the monsters are a little bit stronger, but I get more XP, gold, and souls off of it. And the souls is the main one, which is why I went for this. Sure, I could upgrade it even further, and I probably could survive at these higher ones, but this one is a fun balance for me. I prefer it. Mini games. What were all those treasure maps that show up? Well, you can spend them, and as you see, I've actually been collecting quite a few of them because every once in a while, one of the events is to do things in the treasure maps, and I didn't have enough treasure maps to do it. So, yeah, I was kind of out that week, which is why I've been hoarding them up. But let's see what happens, because this is a special type of game. We'll go into the treasure hunt. Watch for ninjas. So there's a lot of little funny bits in this. So, we have gems here, and we have a actual time limit. I have, not time limit, but count limit. I only have 12 turns, but every time you get a 4, that turn doesn't count. Another 4 here. Every time you get a 5, it actually adds a turn to your counter. And you may have noticed what's going on here. Like, here are 4 gold gems. I match it, and it actually popped out a bag, which then matched and popped out a treasure chest. You are upgrading the items here. That's the point of this one. And the end goal, of course, is to get as big an item as possible. The higher end, the more rewards you get at the end. The safes at the end don't move. So once you have them, they're stuck and they don't triple or anything. It's just there on the board from that point on. It can fall down, but you can't actually move it. So again, here we go, and notice I got an extra turn. So instead of being at 12, it actually gave it a +1, a 13. The goal of this is to try to get as high as you possibly can, because you want as many turns as possible to get as many different rewards as possible, as high of rewards as possible. Now right now I'm not seeing one that would get me a 4 match, so I'm just going to go ahead and match the big one there, and then that gives me a 5. So again, the goal is to get as many extra turns as possible, and I'm going to go ahead and play through this one and try to be as efficient as I can be and hope that I get some good rewards at the end. Look, that was a pretty nice little combo. Every time you get a match, it increases the rank of whatever you matched. So having a chain go off like that, fine by me. That's a lot of items that just popped up. Now, only 1 extra turn per chain also, or only 1 free turn. You can either get a -1 turn, a 0, or a +1. Never anything higher than that. So if you get like you get a 5 and it drops into another 5, which drops into another 5, you only get the 1 extra turn. So that's something to be aware of as well. Match that. And match this. And I'm starting to not do very well because I'm talking while playing, and you know that's generally a disaster waiting to happen. Bang, yeah, not doing well at all. See, that's weird also. Sometimes it matches without dropping, and I'm not sure I like that. You can determine where it's going to be based on the match. Like, this is going to show up on the top one because that's what you matched into. This is going to show up on the top. So you can actually determine where the match is going to be. As you see, I've got 1 gem in this so far. 2 gems. Every now and then, you make a match, and you get a gem pop up from it. That's a good one. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at all those matches. Unfortunately, that's a lot of extra turns that didn't happen, but that was a lot of matches, so I'm happy about that. And keep it going. Only 32 turns. You want to try to get at least 40 for your clan, and I'll show you the clan after this. I'm going to do it this way, actually. So, Extra turn. See? Plan ahead, too. Don't just do the immediate one. Try to find out where things are going to drop, which should be obvious. In fact, it is obvious to most people who have ever played a Match 3 game. And Match 3 is popular for a reason, so don't mock people who play these games. They can be quite fun. And did I get my 40? Looks like I did. Got a couple reds as well. There's 40. I think 40 is the limit you're looking for. I actually haven't played one of this in a while, so. Oh, yeah. And that's a freebie. I don't see any other freebie. Oh, yep, there's one down there. Gotta keep an eye out. And got another gem from that one. Res a random drop. Just, again, like I said, when you're playing normal matches, you can randomly get a key. If you're in PvP, that random key will be a glory key, not a gold key. Here, you get the randoms are gems for upgrading your traits, which is also handy to have. So, again, not really going to complain. Oops, should have done this one first. And that's pretty much going to be it for me. 52 turns, and then boom, all the copper, all the silver, all the gold, and everything from the bags, from the first chest. I'm getting glory, gold, souls, and some keys out of that one. And those are the trait stones that I got. So yeah, not a bad deal there. So let's check out clans, guild. If you're going to play this game, try to get yourself in a good guild. It's going to take a few weeks before you can actually get a guild that will let you, stay in it that's any good. But a good guild can be, top 200. I'm in a 352. How did we drop in rank? We've been falling in rank and we're winning. We won every game. How did we fall in rank? Whatever. You have the Guild Wars, which right now aren't active. As you see, I gained a lot here. Oh, no, the guild ranking did go up. Never mind. So we were at 334. Now we're at 331. I gained a lot of guild points. The guild gained points. I gained a bunch more than I usually do. We don't have a guild yet, so I'm going to set my defense, which is usually set to the same defense as your PvP, but my PvP is set to event stuff, which I'm actually going to go change it this week because there is no specific event one. So let's go to PvP. Let's talk about that for a second real quick. There's ranked PvP. You can see you get 3 different choices to choose from easier to harder. You can see what their point value is. Their point value kind of estimates their strength, what their current ranking is, and what you'll get as a reward. This is a good place to get money if you need gold. So PvP is a great place for that. You also get glory, trophies for your guild, and this is your PvP rank. Your stats, which as of right now, I don't have one because I have no rank because I have not played this week because the week just started. So I am just a week-old 0 with a ranking of 581, level 15 out of, 15. You can earn your way up to level 1, even then you'll be far from the top 1,000. You can also play casual and just get glory, trophies, and some money, but not as much, but you don't get your stats don't change. The higher this is, the more glory you get every day. Here's my battle log, and the shields there are defenses. As you see, I won a fair amount of defenses last week as well. So my defenders, that's my usual PvP defense team, but nope. Right now, Dragon Soul. You guys want to fight me? You're going to have to fight me. Because these guys are maxed out effectively. They're not mythics, but they're all legends with the highest level of legend and all 3 traits. And it's a good team together. Now, the more wins you get, I've not actually had all of this yet, so here are the rewards, or here are the top players every week. I think the rewards are visible somewhere, but I don't know. Don't know where the rewards are at the moment. Oh, wait, there we go. Here are the ranked rewards. If you're above rank 1,000, you just get 500 gold, 50 souls. I'm okay with that. I'm never going to be able to get number 1 up here. I mean, this is the people who spend all their time on this. They probably have spent You don't have a limit to your PvP fights, so they have not spent extra resources getting them. But still, yeah. I don't even bother. I just play until I'm done. And the tier rewards. Every time you go up a tier, you get extra rewards all the way up to level 1. You only need 1900 to get level 1. And again, you just get a bunch of these every day. Okay, back to the guild. What's the point of the guild? What do you do in a guild? Well, you're in a guild, there are 3 types of resources you go for. First is gold. You spend your gold on tasks. The entire guild spends them on these, and all those rewards you saw at the beginning from my mailbox, those keys, the souls, and all that, this is largely where they come from. So I could right now drop, say, 30,000 here. When we get that filled up, everyone gets 24 keys. Everyone in the guild gets the keys. That's why you want to be in a guild. The higher the guild, the better, because people will try to max these out. I'm okay where I am, honestly, because a lot of guilds have a lot of requirements, and although I meet the requirements for this guild, and then some, it's actually not hard for me to, I still consider myself more of a casual player. I only play this when I want to play it. I don't sit there and every day have to play. But I'm enjoying playing, so that's not a problem. You also get seals. Now, you have a weekly cap of seals of 1,500. You can actually go above that if you have the wins in the guild war, and it gives out seals. If you're already at your cap, you get the seals anyway. But if you're not at your cap, they count to the cap. So that's one of the tricks to it, is to get your seals done as quickly as possible. And here you can see all the different ways of getting your seals. I'm going to go ahead and claim mine today because I've won a battle and had my daily login. There's 20 seals. So again, you're limited to 1,500 seals. The entire guild, well, they're not limited to, but once you hit 40,000, it doesn't matter anymore, because, boom, chests. These are guild chests, and I'll show you about them in a bit. But how many seals your guild has obtained as an entire guild determines how many chests they get. Now, I don't actually know if once the guild hits 40,000, if the players can no longer get theirs. Like, because once you've hit 1,500, you can't collect anymore for the week. You're done. I don't know if that's true for this, because I've never had a guild hit 40,000. I've been close, but the guild hasn't hit 40,000 while I've been in it. I usually wait till it's at 20,000, because that gets general commons out of the special troops section. There's the roster you can see, and this actually breaks down what people have got. I'm going to go down and show you mine. I've not done anything this week, but I have spent over 300,000 on the guild. This is how many seals. This is the weekly. This is the total. And again, your trophies. That was in the PvP. How many weekly, how many total. And the trophies does matter, because that'll actually increase your stats here. For example, we have 100,000 trophies. That means that we get a daily bonus of 240% extra gold on the daily bonus. That's handy. You can also buy things for the guild if you really want to. Everyone gets a guild chest. Everyone gets a special chest key when that happens, and you get a bunch of that, and it increases your VIP points. That's if you want to. There are some guilds that probably have everyone do that. It's entirely possible. And these guardians give you various ranks. Now, I don't know if these guardians ever go down in level, but the more times you complete the tasks, the more ranks they get. Eventually, at level 100, they'll get the life bonus and all that. Oh, no, when you do all of the yellow tasks for the week, you get the bonus. So each of these is, again, related to a color of mana. The tasks are related to a color of mana. And, of course, you get bonuses based on that. Like, this one gives you extra XP just for being in the guild with it. This one gives you an extra chance for tribute. Tribute is, I told you about how these guys give you money every month with the kingdom. You can see this particular kingdom, or that's the total kingdom right now, gives me this much. This kingdom only gives me plus 95, but I have a whole bunch of other kingdoms. This also gives me a 10% chance to give tribute. Tribute gives extra souls and extra glory. So many things trying to figure it out. And this here is based on the guild, the individual kingdom's power is based on how many troops of that you have, how many traits you've bought for it, and what level your total troops are. And as you see, you can get quite a bit from it. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. So, let's check out the various types of chests. Again, all kinds of stuff. These are gold chests. These are pretty common. Each one either has a common or a rare troop, major or minor trait stone, or a little bit of gold, gems, souls, glory. These are really basic. They're, I would not say useless, especially since all these fodder, especially when you have them leveled up, there's other things you can do to get rid of your excess cards. But yeah, this is where you're going to get general low-level stuff that, for the most part, you're not going to use. For the most part. Glory chests, these are PvP ones. Here, you don't get any common troops. You can get rare or higher, and you can get all the way up in the rarity, but it's obviously rare. So you have a chance for legendary and mythic stuff. I've gotten legendaries from this. I've never gotten any mythics. Obviously, I don't have any mythics at all. But legendaries does include these trait stones, can be legendary. For example, the Celestial one is a legendary trait stone. The twin one down here, that's an epic. So, gem chests, these are ones obviously you need to spend gems on. And as you see, we actually got some keys from these. These ones have ultra rare or higher troops, and with a decent chance of getting legendaries and mythics. Again, I've never gotten mythics. Event chest, this is related to the current event. For example, right now, Athena is in the chest. She is a Centaur Mystic. I don't know if I have any of her, honestly, because she might be a new troop. Because that's another thing, is they like to put the new troops in the chest, especially for the events. But you have a chance of getting her, and you have a chance of Celestial Trait Stones, you have a chance of other valuable items, but again, it costs gold. Guild chests. Well, I showed you what these are. You can get Guild Guardians. These are going to be common no matter what version your chest is. Now, the troops here, this is the one that's determined by the chest level. And right now, since we're only chest level 2, we can get common, rare, or ultra rare. That's why I wait till the higher level chests. And we get trait stones from them. The last one are the VIP chests. You notice how much more expensive these are. 50 for one chest versus, well, this is actually 10 for one chest. You can't see because the key is there. The event is, I think, 15 for one chest. 50 for one chest. But you only have access to these if you have a high enough VIP level. I can't even buy them. Even if I had, like, I have enough gold, or I have enough coins, see, I have 588 diamonds. Click, 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 nothing. I can't buy them. But these things give you high-end troops. That's why they're expensive, and they're limited, yes, behind a paywall. What is the VIP system? Well, this is one of those things that you've heard me complain about with free-to-play games. And even here, I'll complain a little bit. Because what it is the more money you spend, the higher bonuses you get. You just straight up get an advantage. You don't really get a stat advantage in this one, at least. You don't suddenly get, oh, you've paid this much. All your troops get 3 health, because I've seen that happen. But you do get bonuses. For example, some of the money I got for logging in today, that was from my VIP bonus. At level 1, you get 1,000, and you get an extra 10% to all of your XP gains, at least from combat. Level 2, I get a free glory key every day. Now, that's just one key. That's not exactly a game-breaking here. Get extra gold, and of course, if you buy gems, the higher your VIP level, the more gems you get. Level 3, you get free scouting, even more XP, even more gems. That's as high as I have. I have 3 XP. You get basically 25 for every $5. So every dollar gives you 5 points. At level 4, I would get another glory key and some souls, extra souls from combat. It's at level 5 that you get the troop access, and all of your troops start at level 5. That's actually kind of handy. That saves you a lot of souls. You get all the way up, as you see, even more. New troops start at level 10, more XP, glory keys, so up to 4 glory keys a day, extra gold, New troops start at 15. A gem key every day. 100 glory per login. Another gem key. 200 glory, and there's the max level. 3 gem keys, bunch of gold extra. Get a bunch of stuff from the shops. The biggest thing that those VIP will give you, number 1, VIP chest access at level 5, and number 2 is that gaining your new troops gaining higher level to begin with. That saves you a lot of souls. And at 15 is a lot of souls too. Level 15 takes a lot of souls. So, and as you see, this is where they are getting their money. And as you see, because of my VIP bonus, I would get more gems from these than someone who just started the game. But you don't just have to spend your money on this. These don't give you VIP, but you can spend your gem here. You can get souls and gold with your gems. You can buy armor, and this is where I got the one armor over here. It cost 500 gems. But I bought the one that gave extra souls instead of extra gold because, well, souls is more important to me. Then there's the event chests. These are things that have special stuff based on what it is this week. For example, the Eternal Flame Bundle will get you a Celestial Staff, deals 11 damage, and some keys, some souls, and all that. A little bit of bonus. And this changes every week based on, you see, here's what the high-end one gives you. It gives you the character. What is this? Artima, a legendary centaur from, of course, that world. Plus the Dreamcatcher, a legendary weapon. Some trait stones to help you level things up. 50 event keys, a lot of souls. It's also $50. I'm not going to freaking buy it. But you can also spend your glory rewards here. The General Spoils of War pack, that's always available. You can get some souls, you can get a map. These are always available. This one changes every week. As you can see, this week I can get her. Not just in the event chest, but in this. And in fact, I'm going to do that. You also get some keys, some glory keys, gold keys, some gold, and some stuff to help upgrade her. Well, I'm going to go ahead and purchase her so that she's in my inventory. So I want to make sure I have at least one of her. There we go. And then, of course, they have their specials. If I was going to buy things, generally this is where it would be, or those weekly weapons, because why not? There's also some stuff like, oh, where is it? Specials. Like this stuff right here. This would let you change your avatar to the bunny girl, if you wanted to. So if you see anyone having that, they bought this pack. If you see anyone wearing this dwarf, they bought this pack. Notice that, $10, $10, $50. Well, this comes with this armor, which gives you plus 100% across the board. Can't even buy it with gems. You have to buy it with real money. So yeah, that's the shop stuff. As I mentioned, the VIP system, it's not done badly in this game. I think the biggest break would be getting to level 5 and getting those VIP chests. Because, wow, what's inside those looks to be pretty awesome. But it also costs a lot of gems to get to. Let's go ahead and open a set, shall we? And I'm going to open my gem keys. I got 7 gem keys here. Let's see what I get out of them. An ultra rare. An epic. That's actually a pretty nice one. I like the salamander. Another ultra rare. So nothing really fancy so far. Ultra rare, and a runic gemstone. Oh, and there we go. A legendary dragon. Borealis. Now I have Borealis, but he's not actually upgraded. And see at the end here, you can see it broken down by rarity, except down here. So first it's rarity of what cards you've gotten, then how many trait stones you got, and whatever else miscellaneous. And as you can see, you can open up to 50 at a time. I just accidentally adjusted the size of my screen. Try to adjust it back. There we go. So, for example, I have 500, but you only open up to 50 at a time. Let's go ahead and open 50, and you can press this to go through it quickly, which is a lot better than sitting there click, 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 click. And as you see, nothing above the green, nothing really special here. The main part of this is just getting bulk units. But as you see, I got a little bit extra gems, some extra glory, some extra gold from it. So yeah, that is my breakdown of what all is in this game. So let's go ahead and do another quick run. I'll do some PvP here. We'll do a hard PvP. Because why not? And I might lose this one, but I don't care. I just want to show you guys one last fight. So my main thing about this game, I actually really like Puzzle Quest. I like this game, as I mentioned, it's a way for me to just casually play. Get that 5 cross right there. Get that 4 here right away. It's a way for me to casually play. It's something I can do like while I'm talking to people. I can just pop out, respond. Doesn't affect the game. It's just completely paused right now because I'm not focused on this window. I refocus, it reloads, and you're good to go. So I'll do some damage here. Now, armored, that's one of the traits on him. See, these guys have all their traits too, just like my team does. In fact, I mentioned that I was going to show you these guys. Here is the Bone Dragon. Now, this is another thing here. Because I have all 4 troops are unique dragons, they all got 1 attack, 2 armor, and 1 magic. That's another thing. So you kind of want to build themes, and you don't want to reuse a bunch of the things. For example, these guys doesn't seem to have one. You have Knight, Monster, Divine, and Monster. But you only have 2 distinct monsters, because these 2 are the same one. So you actually don't have any team bonuses. So what you do is you destroy up to 25 armor, and only armor. So if they're already gone on armor, which goes first generally, doesn't do anything. Creates 9 skulls on the board, plus 1 armor for every 4, or plus 1 for every 4 destroyed, and then it gains armor. It's immune to poison. Every time, or at the beginning of combat, all of my enemies lost 2 random skill points, and every time something does skull damage to it, so if it were at the top and one of the opponents matched skulls, that opponent would get frozen. And then my last one down here is the Dracos 1337. Dracos Elite. He is a mech dragon, so you've got a nice robotic dragon here. He has Disintegrate. It stuns the enemy. It silences them, drains their mana, and has a 25% chance to just straight up destroy them. All mechs gain 2 life. It's the only mech, but he does gain the 2 life from it. It is impervious, immune to status effects. You cannot hit it with the poison. You cannot hit it with frozen. You can't stun it. You can't do any of that stuff. Immune to a Devourer. Immune to mana burn. And every time I get a match of 4 or 5, one of my opponents loses 2 magic. I love that troop. Now, Devour. What's Devour? Well, hey, look at this. The Kraken has Devour. Has a 40% chance to devour the last enemy, which destroys it and adds the attack, armor, and life to your own. You want to know why this guy's on the bottom of my party? That's why. Krakens are very popular, and if he uses his ability, he can't be devoured. So he can survive it. That's my protection right there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cast this, and I'm going to use it on you. We're going to go ahead and finish this round off. That didn't help me, but it helped you, unfortunately. Boom! These guys stun. Every time of the 4 or 5, these guys stun somebody. Now, they can't stun him, but they stunned these 2. What does stun do? These traits, well, at this point, the only one that matters is Celestial Shield, doesn't work anymore. So if I get a 4 match, you don't get the barrier, you don't get the life. That's all that's what stun does. It just turns off the traits. But again, he can't be stunned because he's impervious. So I'm just going to try to, and see, he's got the Kraken up already. He's ready to cast that. And when he does, he'll damage these 2, but no Devour because he's immune to it. Alrighty. I'm not seeing any really good combos for me at the moment. I could be in trouble because, as I said, this is a tougher opponent, and I'm not getting the mana that I want. I want red and purple, but there's no red and purple combos dropping for me. And unfortunately, he's getting the colors he needs. So this is a bad match. And sometimes you're just out of luck. That's all there's to it. Now, he tried to stun this guy, and as you saw, no stun. Stun didn't work. So this is actually a pretty good combo here, this team. These guys are set up to stun the opponents constantly. This guy, ooh, gives extra souls, which is always handy to have. Gets a lot of mana easily and creates a bunch of gems to help get more mana. So it's a good combo. This is a combo you'll see a couple times. I like dragons. I like dragons. I like dragons. And that's why I have my dragon team. Now, there are cards that are very specific to destroying dragons. I'm going to lose this one badly. There are cards that are very specific, other troops, that are designed to just kill dragons. Okay, you're going to cast yours. No, you're not. Why aren't you going to cast yours? Yay! I got a 4. Doesn't do me any good, though. Because I'm just not getting the mana I need. I need purple, I need blue, or red. I don't see purple or red anywhere, and dead. Yep, so I lost that one. I lost it pretty hard. Ship shape. Well, I played PvP, so I got a point for playing PvP. Wonderful. I'm going to go back to my clan real quick. We're going to check some things out here in the guild. I keep saying clan, guild. To me, they're interchangeable. And, okay, and you'll notice that this thing is, 4pda.ru. Yeah, like many free games with one solid server, there's a lot of Russians playing. This guild is basically a Russian guild, but I don't talk in the chat, so it doesn't matter. I contribute. I get the rewards from it. There are English-speaking guilds. I just happen to randomly choose this guild. Literally random. I just went through the list and went, you're pretty high and got a space. Boom. It doesn't matter. There are places that recruit for high-level guilds if you want to check the forums and such. This is on Steam. It's where I downloaded this, so you can do it through there. What was I doing? Right, Guild Wars. I was going to make sure that my defense is as. This is another thing with Guild Wars. You can upgrade your stuff, and I think these are up to 5 times each. It only applies to this week. But you can give all your stuff plus life, plus armor, plus magic, plus attack, based on, what you're willing to spend. And they don't start until tomorrow. As you see, that's when the event starts. I just want to make sure, yeah. Make sure that my team is Dragon Soul for all the defenses. Because it's determined based on what team was your PvP defense team at the beginning of the week. 5, 6. Have fun, guys. And you also notice that you get bonuses based on what color or troop you have here, too. So sometimes you want to use, if you have multiple teams, which you do have up to 20 teams, you can try to set them up as different color schemes for this. And let's back out of this. I'll show you some of the stuff you can do here. For example, this was last week's my event attack. Last week they wanted us to use a yellow team, so I have a yellow team. Here's a pirate team. Just on a whim, I decided to build this. You can look at the bonuses. I get 1 attack for having 2 unique Black Hawk troops, which is the pirate and I believe Little Johnny Bronze. I have 4 unique rogues and 3 unique humans. So I get pirates for having him from this one kingdom, rogues, and 3 of the rogues are humans. So you can actually kind of stack the bonuses. And then you have these banners, which is determined, you get these from owning various kingdoms. And they give you bonus mana matches. You can get either 1 color with a +2, 2 colors with a +1 to each, or 3 colors where it's a +2, a +1, and a -1. So if, for example, I had one that was -red and was a plus, say, brown and blue or yellow and blue, I would use it, but I don't have one. So they don't have all the 3s yet. So I just got to remember what this was on. It was yellow and blue, I believe. Yeah, it was this one. Yellow and blue. Those are my yellow, blue, blue. All right. That's Gems of War. What do I think of it? I like it. I love casual games. These are kind of the core of gaming to me, believe it or not. I do want one other last thing to show you is I mentioned these kingdoms have levels. You can level them up here, see, 500, or up to level 10, which costs 40,000. I'm almost at 40,000, so let's go ahead and open another battery of 50 chests. That ought to put me up. Yeah, I'm at 40,000 now. As you see, nothing really fancy because it was just gold chests. So I will go ahead, Kingdom, upgrade this puppy, and when it hits level 10, all of your troops get a plus skill. So all of my troops now have an extra +1 magic because I upgraded this kingdom all the way up to 10. So that's one of the things I'm trying to do is go around and level all of these up to 10. As you see, 1, 1, 1, 1. I have a lot of work to do on that. But there's a lot of 10s. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it's going to be a while, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But as I said, I love casual games. It reminds me of arcade games back in the early 80s, mid 80s. The games that existed from the 70s up to the 80s when the Nintendo Entertainment System was the greatest thing at home. Reminds me of those as well. You had less space for games. They had to be quicker, and they had to focus on one gameplay element. In this case, it focuses on the match 3. You have all this extra fluff with the special effects, the cards, the stuff to collect, the stuff to try to buy, to upgrade. A lot of stuff that increases your progress, so you've got a bit of the positive feedback loop going on here, which is another good thing about these casual games. It's a reason for you to keep playing. It's the reason that they want you to spend also, because they say, hey, you know, you can just buy right now and get a bunch of extra stuff. You don't have to work so hard at it. I like working hard at it. It feels good to watch the upgrade happen, even if it takes a while. So don't diss casual games, especially when a while ago these things can be played on your phone. You can take them wherever you want with you. You can, if you want to look into game development yourself, to be entirely honest, casual games are not a bad place to start. You do need good artwork, but once you have a simple core mechanic, look at Flappy Birds, for crying out loud. Look at how popular that thing was. And not because it was a piece of crap, no. It was a very simple, basic game mechanic the guy developed for it. It had a positive feedback loop with the progress. It didn't have one where you kept upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, but it had that high score, just like the old arcade machines used to have. This is old game design. This is old school game theory stuff. Don't ignore it. Don't go, well, it's not a modern, you know, it's not this big flashy 3D shooter, whatever you want to say. It's not any good. No, no, no. These games can be fun. These games can be profitable. And I like them. It's free to download. Gems of War, if you want to check it out. I recommend it. It's one of my favorites. I've spent a lot of time just sitting there playing this game while watching videos or chatting with people. Well, I'm going to be starting my break now for the next couple days. When I come back, I'll give a more thorough, in-depth review like this of Cross Out. Actually, I might even just do that tomorrow. I don't know, because I kind of want to get that so I can just start playing it more. Well, playing it more on stream. Just randomly stream the game for no reason. So yeah. But yeah, I want to take my break. Next game I do will be Cross Out, and then I got to figure out another game for the full game. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Take care. Keep your fingers crossed that my YouTube channel is going to actually stay there. Freaking copyright claim. And enjoy the games you play. I will.